Welcome back to Two of a Kind. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Michelle.
And as you could tell, we have another fucking tech issue where only one of our is working. So we're going to share. It's going to be a nice listening session. We can't speak over each other.
No, like the way I just want to snatch the mic from you is unreal. Like the blood is boiling, we're not tech girlies, and setting this up, we want to rip each other's heads off. It was quite the scenario. We always go through the debate, do we film or do we just not this week? But we know the fans are waiting, so like how can we not film?
And we will upload anything. Like the trashiest episode, no mic's working. It's up on the internet and it's staying there forever, which is ballsy of us. I'm like impressed by our ability to not give a fuck about what we look like, what we sound like. It's admirable.
And what just like boosts my ego is all these like little trolls coming after us. I'm like, oh my God, are we famous? Like people are hating on the quality sometimes. And I'm like, that's just us blowing up. I'm going to lead this convo. I'm just going to get right into all the things we want to talk about today. And first things first is you went to Baton Rouge this week, which I haven't been in so long. And I just want to get the overall feeling of this restaurant.
Baton Rouge renovated. So now it's still giving industrial family restaurant, but they're trying to have a more of a vibe. A more modern vibe is what it is, because before it was just like these ugly booths, really ugly seats. Now it's honestly a really nice restaurant. The portions at this place is unreal. Like I feel like now going to restaurants, it's a lot of sharing plates, a lot of tapas. They're cute little trendy places where you're squished in. The plates are small. Baton Rouge, they have all the space in the world. They have the biggest plates in the world and they're filling up the plates.
The thing is, these newer restaurants that pop up, they're like little like boutique restaurants, like trendy tapas, come with your girlies, like you don't want to fill up. Baton Rouge is a staple restaurant. They're like, bring your entire family. We're here to feed you. We're here for you to go home, be sleepy, a full belly. It's not like you're taking the girlies to Baton Rouge. It's really a place where you go like with your grandparents. You know what I mean?
Which we did. We were with John's grandfather and the food came out so quick. Like, respect. There was no chilling dilly-dally.
But it's also like skeptical. You're like, why did these ribs like fly out to my table in 2 seconds? Like it's on the heat rack. You know what I mean?
Ew, I hate that you just said that. I got a steak salad, so really it was nothing for me. Well, they had to grill the steak. I feel like a steak you can't pre-prepare. Like you need it hot and you want it at the what's it called when you want it medium rare, medium? I passed the mic in silence.
No, but what do you mean? Like how you want it cooked?
Yeah, what's that called?
Your preference. But I just want to say that Baton Rouge with the vibes, I appreciate them like trying out there, because like what I would compare it to, I know it's different food completely, is marathons, because in my head we're on to carry. So the Baton Rouge versus the marathon, like marathon doesn't care. They're just like, you're coming with your fam, like take a seat, no big deal. Like Baton Rouge is trying to make it fancy, like it's your night out.
Yeah, they're trying to have an upscale like steakhouse vibe, but we're eating ribs with our fingers and we're disgusting. But overall, it was a great experience. I really recommend people going to Baton Rouge. Like, I'm sure people still are, but it was so great. It was a Tuesday evening. People were popping bottles of wine. A lot of businessman bows. And a lot of families.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I never have ribs. And when I do want ribs, I auto think of Baton Rouge. So when I want my fix, like that's the only place I think about. And I once ordered Baton Rouge ribs. And then we had to get the spinach dip, because I don't know, you're psychotic if you go to Baton Rouge and do not get their cheese spinach dip. So obviously we had to have that ordered. And they do not mess around with the chips. Like we got a bag for our food and then an entire bag of chips, and like respect. Nothing else to say but respect.
No, honestly, respect. It's giving Five Guys. You know how they just fill up the bag with fries? That's Baton Rouge with their chips. And that's why it's still alive because they have the returning customers.
You know what I feel like when you have the mic? Like a mute or like a mime? What's that called? Whatever. I'm like, yes, okay. Like I don't even know what to say. But I'm glad we got that off our chest and like spoke about Baton Rouge for a little bit. What I did see online while you were at Baton Rouge was Kylie Jenner's next line of Kai, which like I love Kylie Jenner. I love all the looks, but like every few months it's like she's popping out a new like line of clothing where I feel like she's like this is me now. Like we're delicate, we're dainty. Like before we were skiing and like wintertime, and now we're like dresses that are cut a little bit. Like I don't know where she's going with this Kai line.
Yeah, every drop is a completely different line. It could not be related whatsoever. The puffer jackets and the ski suits, that can go together. But this line, I did see it. Also very basics though. She doesn't have a lot of items. That's another thing. She's dropping 3-4 outfits and that's it. And she's calling it a line or a drop, whatever people call it these days. It's like we need a little more. You know what I mean? You have all the resources and you're giving us a top and a skirt. Like, come on.
I think she wants to like feel out the crowds because she did have that bikini line that went nowhere. So I feel like now she's like testing the waters. I do want to go online though and see, can I still buy a jacket in any size? Like, is she replenishing the drops that she's had, or like now it's okay that I'm done with that, like new thing, new drop? Like I want to know if she's continuously dealing with her old stuff. Do you know?
No, I don't, but she should be. If she wants longevity in her brand, I think she has to restock. I think at the beginning, I understand not having 100 million in stock because you don't know how the people will react. But once they sold out, you should replenish, like for the people. It's always like that though. When something drops, everyone attacks it and then it's over.
That's the thing I have to see, because she's giving me the, like, she's not talking about anything else anymore. Do you know what I mean? So it makes me feel like she doesn't care about those drops. It's done. Whatever sold, whatever didn't, like she has in her warehouse. So I need to look, because I do need a puffer and I should see the vibes. I did want an oversized leather jacket that she did, but I wasn't in a rush to like wait at midnight by my computer for this.
The thing about brands is everyone's going to copy hers because they see the success. I've seen the long leather oversized jackets everywhere. I think Zara even has. So if you're down, go there. Everyone's going to copy the line and you'll be able to get it everywhere. It just won't be the Kai brand. And do we really care?
No.
Well said.
But it's still something cool that she's doing and I'm into it. I feel like the basic colors though is competing with, not competing, but I just feel like if I'm comparing her and Kim, like starting with the makeup line, like Kylie Jenner is like poppy colors, fun, like for more adolescents. There are adults, like I would use her stuff, but that's more her vibe, colored hair, like King Kylie. And then you think of Kim Kardashian, which is more like bronzy, minimalistic, like no makeup look, which she's brought into her clothing lines, and also Skims for sure, like very basics. And now Kylie is doing basics, different line completely, and she's allowed. But I just thought she would be a bit more out there, less clean girl aesthetic, because that's not how I picture Kylie. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's true, especially with the ski outfits. Like she could have done a nice neon color.
But she did do colors. Like she did, I think, red and blue, which I expected. I'm like, thank you. Like I love a pop of color for her.
Yeah, now I just saw black and white with the skirts and the tops, which, I mean, Kim doesn't have a monopoly on the neutrals, but she should be taking a page out of Kim's book with how she's dealt with her Skims line, because it's a huge success. I feel like Kylie has to get a grip on what she's doing, because she's really in all streams. She's ski, now she's nightwear, not like going out. I don't know. I find it a little everywhere, and that can be her demise.
I agree, because even Chloe kind of went into the fashion world too with her Good Americans, and like she focuses on jeans and like that's her forte. Skims is doing some other stuff too with the Skims. Like she did put out the Fendi line bodysuits and stuff, but I feel like it's all cohesive with the tight bodysuit vibe.
No, it is. And she wears what she sells, which is why everyone wants to buy it. What I was going to say about Khloe Kardashian and the jeans, I tried on a couple good American jeans. I feel like they don't fit me well, which is so like contradictory of her line because I feel like she's like, I have a pair of jeans that fits everyone, but I have yet to find a pair of jeans.
But why don't you think they fit well?
Like, whether they're skinny, they fit me well, and then on my waist they're loose, or they're too short, or yeah, usually the waist part. I feel like I haven't found a good pair of jeans that hugs well.
Because you're skinny. No, it's probably because it's like you're tall. We're like taller girls, but so is Chloe. So like, and some jeans like Levi's goes by waist and it also goes by length. So you could find maybe a longer pair of good American. I don't know if she works like that. But I haven't found a good American pant either, which I do want because you can find them here like randomly. So it could happen for us.
No, seriously, at Holtz, there's a whole section for good American. There's a whole section for Skims. It's kind of like a Goldie. I find everyone loves their jeans, but it's really hard to find a pair that fit how they're supposed to fit. Just like all the cuts are a little off.
Well, I find Levi's can be like that. When you find a good pair of Levi's, you're like, yes, these are like my favorite pair of jeans. They fit amazingly. But when it's hard to find, like you can try on 1,000 Levi's. Some are tight. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's all differently. But it's what I need to do. I need to go shopping now that we're talking about this.
Literally, we're going to have to go to Abercrombie and Fitch because I think they're the only ones who are steady with the jeans. Like, no matter what, they always have good jeans. They have good sweats. You know? Can't fight with, like, the OGs.
Yeah, I have gift cards and I've just been waiting for the spring market to, like, come into play so I can see what the trends are. But you're right. I think I need to do some damage at... in Florida, but at Abercrombie. I think that's where it's at.
And like you could order them online, but I feel like jeans, you really have to, I want to feel them. I want to wear them. I want to like do a little bend, you know, see how I am in the jeans before I can commit. So
I'm also not a regular, like I can't go shopping and be like, I'm a size this, I'm a size that, and everything's going to fit me that way. Like, no, I need to try on every little thing because every little thing will fit me differently. And that's that on that. Brielle Biermann got engaged, I think like a day or two ago. I'm on my Insta feed. I'm shooketh that she even had a boyfriend. I'm like, where has this man been? We haven't seen 1 ounce of him on her feed.
No, I was shocked to the core. I will say, good on her. I feel like she's looking at Kim and Croy, the disaster, the like how public they are, and she's doing the complete opposite, which I love. Like, we don't need to know you have a boyfriend. Now we know you have a fiance, and I'm sure that's all she's gonna give us until the wedding.
Yeah, I even tried, like, she tagged 2 people on her page with him, but I think it was just the photographer. I was like looking, I was like, oh, is this him? And I'm like, oh, she's not on his page, but then I realized it's not even him. So I don't even think she tagged him. Like, very secretive.
Maybe he doesn't have Instagram. That's ideal. What a guy.
Ideal, but maybe I have to Google his name, and maybe he does have an Instagram, but it's just like some crazy name like that you can't find.
Okay, so wait, I don't know how I feel about that if he does have Instagram and she didn't tag him. Like, now I feel like by you doing that, you're hiding it. It's like, why are you hiding? You know, if you're gonna post him, now we all see him. And everyone will dig up the information. So I really hope he doesn't have Instagram, but it's 2024.
I have to check, but he is a baseball player. His name's Billy Seidel. And I mean, I'm really happy for her. She needed this, you know, like something good going on in her life. I have to go find him now, but I'm sure he's a baseball player. Like, do they have Instagram? Like, baseball players a little, like, they can be secretive.
They can. I don't know, or if he does, it's just all related to baseball. You know, like no personal information.
Yeah, like even if he had an Instagram, she was not featured on it. So she was like, oh, I'm not going to be featured. Like, you won't be featured.
Oh my God, you think she took the petty route? That's wild. But okay, I'm actually happy that he's successful, that he's like in the showbiz. Because she's Brielle Biermann, gorgeous woman. She deserves to have like a successful guy. And he's cute from the back of his head and the peripheral like side vision.
No, now that we know he's a baseball player, like we just have to Google his name and he'll be popping up, you know, like we'll get a look. I used to watch their family show, which was literally gold, and I have no idea why they stopped filming, because especially with the divorce and like now her engagement, the ratings could have been off the roof. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Bravo canceled them. I have no idea. The last season was them going camping in the RV. And I feel like that was their demise. It's like we didn't like everyone, especially the housewives, they need to understand. I want to see luxury. Going camping, I go camping. I don't want to see you camping in a tent. Like, I want to see you shopping at like Hermes and buying something that I can never afford. Like, that's what I want to watch.
100%. It's like they want to be relatable, but no matter what you do, you will not be relatable. So like, don't go camping. Like, go stay at a 5-star resort. Like, I want to see the villas, the mansions. Like, I do not want to see the inside of your tent with the blow-up mattress. Like, it's not what I want to see.
I feel like rich, famous people have a fetish with wanting to be a layperson. Like, they just keep wanting to show and put on this like persona that they're just like us. It's like, no, I don't need that for you. Stop pretending. Like, you're rich. Like, I know you like it.
No, 100%. When they're like, I haven't been to a grocery store in so long. And like, I understand the simple things in life you can't do. But like, I'm dying to never step foot in a grocery store again. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I can't feel bad. I can't relate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess the grass is always greener on the other side.
100%. I don't know.
I realize when you're holding the mic, like I like hold it like this. Like the mic is not leaving my hand. You're a delicate, like we're playing the flute or something.
Well, I just know we're going to be like whipping this mic back and forth. Like, I don't want to secure my grip because I know any second, like if you want it, like I'll just like fling it to you. So, you know, if it was my own mic, I think I held it differently in other pods, but I'll see.
Thank God we have handheld mics, because imagine it was the one set on the table. Which could be easier if we're maybe both like this.
I don't know about this.
I don't know. It could be a vibe.
Oh my God, there is. I think I do have in my closet like one that I could have attached here. Like, I think Steve used it at one point. But again, we're not contractors. We're not going to put this mic up. But you know who is holding the mic crazily in his photos? Harry Jowsey started a podcast. He has like the mic, the food, like all this stuff going on. Did you see it?
I did see the cover. It's boyfriend material. Okay, one, I'll say like good for Alex Cooper for creating this Unwell network and getting all these famous people. But I feel like everyone actually not oh my God, what's the TikTok girl?
Alex Earl.
Yeah, Alex Earl does her own sessions, but I feel like for Harry Jowsey, like, I don't know what you're gonna give me. Like, I don't need, it says relationship advice. You're a fuckboy. Like, we don't need relationship advice for you. Maybe it'll be nice to see your side of things, just explaining his like little relationships that he had. And he's like cooking, he's reading a book, and I just feel like that's not him.
Honestly, it could have just been for the cover, like all these things. But I think Alex Cooper is like getting a little, like she's getting celebrities that she's really close with to join her pod, I guess, her network. And yeah, for Harry Jowsey, it says boyfriend material. So I think it's going to be more of like a relationship podcast. And like you said, I do not need relationships from Harry. Like I think he's a serial cheater. He literally can't keep a girlfriend. He's a fuckboy. He partying. He does give the persona of like nice boy. Like when he's on her pod, like you like him, you know? He's like a good character. But I don't know what he can give me that I would actually continuously listen to him. Because if I was going to listen to relationship advice from a man, it would be Nick Viall. Like that's where I'm going. It's not going to be Harry.
The only way Harry could do well is if he has relationship experts come on and does a little interview, and maybe Nick Viall would go on, because then I think people are going to listen. And yeah, Alex Cooper just started the Unwell Network. So at the beginning, she needs all the celebs because like us, like no one's listening to us. Like she can't have us. But how Harry can have a fan base and people are into that. I saw he just change of topics real quick. I saw a photo of him on the beach with a Love is Blind girl. But I want to get into Love is Blind after. But I'm like, why are you always dating some reality TV person?
That's how I feel like it's not gonna work out. You know what I mean? But this could be great for his pod if he like gets her on. And the thing is with like Alex Earl, well, so does Alex Cooper. It's like they have a lot of guests. Like I don't know if they can secure a podcast just being themselves, because being solo dolo on a podcast is hard. So they're constantly having guests, and that can be tiresome. I feel like Alex Cooper needs to get a duo that doesn't constantly need guests, you know? Like I just want to hear from like the people you have.
No, it's so true. It becomes her always having guests. We're not really, well, she does her mini episodes, but it takes away from her. Like we don't know much about her. She doesn't really give a lot of information about her personal life. It's more about the guest, which when I felt like it was both her and Sophia, we learned more about what was going on in their lives, which I love. I love to like, I'm just like a gossip hoe. I just want to know everything that's going on in someone's life.
Same, but I also think the celebrity episodes are so much better that when she does put out a solo, I'm not interested. Because I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll wait for like next week when this person comes on. Like, I'm not like dying to hear about her. But if it was only ever her, like, I'll probably get into it and know everything. Like the morning toast, they don't ever need guests to me. When they have a guest, I'm like, oh, like I just want like the original recipe. You know what I mean?
I agree. It's just called the toast now.
Yeah, I just didn't know if there were some OG fans out there that knew. But let's talk about the Harry and the Love is Blind girl. Is it from the season?
From this season, I didn't watch Love is Blind. I've seen a bit about it on social media because it's literally taking the world by storm. But I just saw them walking on the beach, and it's like, oh, a little love affair might have happened between them. It's the girl that said, I don't know if you saw the clip, like, you will regret this. Like, once you see me, this will be the biggest mistake of your life.
Is this Megan Foxgate?
Not Megan Foxgate. Another girl who honestly probably looked more like Megan Fox than the girl who said she looked Megan Fox. She was gorgeous. And the guy was contemplating between her and Megan Foxgate. And the Megan Foxgate girl, in order to keep this man, said, oh, who do people say you look like? People say Megan Fox.
I honestly, after all that drama, people saying this is the best season out there, like, I need to start watching it. And, like, maybe we should put it on later, like, just to have in the background.
Yeah, I could do that. Just the thing is, it's not an experiment. Like, we know love is not blind.
Well, the thing is with this conspiracy, well, the show is that I think they know love is not blind, but it's the aspect of like you would never get to know this person if, let's say, you saw them and weren't attracted. So now you're getting to know their personality and like you like who they are, like spiritually, emotionally. You don't have to see them physically. Do you know what I mean?
No, I completely agree. But I think I don't mean to like shit on men and women, I guess. Like they'll fall in love. They'll be not fall in love, but they'll be really infatuated by this person of what they hear. And then they're going to see them in person and they're going to be disappointed. You know, it's going to be hard to move past because physical attraction is the initial point of contact between two people. Like, I'm not going to talk to someone if I don't think they're initially somewhat attractive.
I do agree. Like, I have to initially be attracted to you. But let's say, I'm just going to put this on a scale. I think you're a 7 on 10. Then I'm getting to know you. I'm hanging out with you. I'm like, oh my God, I love your personality. Like, you're so funny. You're so caring. And now all of a sudden, you became an 8.5. Like, you just got better looking to me. And I think that's possible.
Oh, 100%. I think the more you know someone, the better looking they become.
Exactly. So maybe, if they're in the pod, if they weren't in the pod, he would have never spoke to this girl. Now they're in the pod and he's talking to her and he like loves who she is as a person. Then he sees her, sorry. He auto thinks she's more attractive. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe she's never going to be like a 7. Like he sees her and like, oh, you're an 8.5 because I just know you're so great.
I see what you're saying. And I think that could work. I think if they saw each other and he or she didn't think the other was so attractive, it would bring them down a little bit and they would have to build back up. With Megan Foxgate, felt like I was lied to. That's the thing I couldn't get past.
No, it's because she put the expectation in his head of what she looks like. If you don't say that, you're supposed to just talk about like who you are. But if you're telling me like I'm the hottest girl you've ever seen, I'm Megan Fox, when we come out and you're not that, I'm like, oh my God, you're so ugly. because you're not at this level. You should have never said that. And I'm going to think when I see you, maybe you do look like Megan Fox. Like, just don't tell me.
Yeah, she like screwed herself over. I don't know why she did that. If someone was asking me about my looks on the pod, I would straight up be like, that's not what this is about. And then I would think you're superficial, and I think that would be the end of it.
I wouldn't necessarily be like, oh, what color's your eyes? What color's your hair? But I would ask questions relating to lifestyle to see if we're compatible in that way. Like, if I ask you, do you do any physical activity? Do you go to the gym? And your answer is like, no, I don't like working out. I don't like doing any movement. Then I'm like, I'm not down for that lifestyle with you. And then if you do say yes, I can understand that maybe you're a bit more built or you care about the way you look. Like, it gives you a general consensus of what you look like in a way.
Yeah, those are good questions. I feel like you have to know someone. How do you eat? Like, do you diet? Stuff like that. Well, I mean, diet. Like, do you care what you eat, or are you just like couch potato, junk food kind of person?
Yeah.
No, I agree. With the Love is Blind experiment, I like the fact that they do all live in the same city, because I find a lot of shows, it's a love show. I think like Love Island or all these places, they're from different like cities, and then it's how are you supposed to actually live together? What are you doing after someone's moving? People have to leave their jobs.
No, 100% I agree. Like, it's set for success, you know what I mean? And this is the type of show that it's like you would have never seen this person in your life. Now the show's over and all of a sudden you're seeing them at the bar. You're like, oh my God, I've never seen you in my life, and now after the show I'm seeing you around. You know what I mean?
So true. If this was taking place in Montreal and they get a group of people who don't know each other, I feel like talking to someone, we would make the connection, because everyone knows everyone here. And how is that not the same in the other city?
Yeah, but you're not like, oh, do you know this person? But I guess like if you live in the same city, I'm like, oh, where did you go to school? Like, where did you grow up? And then you find out it's literally a game of guess who.
No, seriously, I think you really could. And then you would be talking to them and you're in the pod for an hour. Of course, I'm going to start connecting you to things and people that I've been and seen. It's wild. And they're all shocked they don't know each other.
Yeah.
Do you actually believe that none of them knew of each other?
I don't know. I feel like I might not know anybody in the pod, depending who they picked. But I have a question for you. If you had 5 questions that you're going to ask somebody, what are the 5 questions?
Okay, I'd be like, what's your lifestyle? What do you do for a living? Do you have friends? What's your family dynamic? And do you have any hobbies? And I mean hobbies, I don't expect them to be like picking up a sport every Saturday. Just like, what do you like to do?
Okay, killer questions. Like, those were actually like very good. I feel like mine, no, you basically covered everything I probably would have asked. I'm trying to think. But no, I feel like that gives a general consensus. I probably would say like it's a weird question, but if you're like in debt, like let me know.
That's it. They're in America. I think everyone's in debt. Like, they have to go to school. You're in debt. It's a little different. And here too, if people you literally buy a property, you're in debt.
Okay, no, there's good debt and bad debt. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you like live paycheck to paycheck and like can't get it together, like let me know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be surprised.
True. I think that would be like point B of the question, what do you do for a living? It would be a little sub question.
No, because you can be terrible with your money. So it's like you can be a doctor, but like you're just like, I don't know, spending your money terribly. Like, I just want to know things of that nature before I get engaged to you. Do you know what I mean? Which I think it might not be first date pod question, but it's going to be in the pod questions.
No, I agree. It's a good question to ask, even though I've never, ever asked someone that.
Me either, but because I know I'm not on a time restraint. You know, like we have all the time in the world to get engaged. These people have like 5 weeks.
True. Like, if there is a debt, you will find out in due time. Unless they're psychopathic.
And before you apply for the show, I think you have to tell them what you're looking for so they can like help make a match for you. What are the 5 things you're saying that you're looking for?
And I guess none of them have to be physical, because that's the whole point of the show. So funny, very social, talkative. Because if we're in the pod, you got to start talking first. Like, get it together. So social. I would say has a great job, has a family. Not that like I'm not into orphans or anything, but I'm just like, no, like, or not literally an orphan, but when you're like a loner. Yeah. Maybe a loner is a better word. Just like I would like to know that, I'm someone that has so that was so crazy of me to say. I'm just someone that comes from like a family and friends, and I think I seek that in other people. And then my fifth one, I don't know. Help me out here.
I would say somebody that knows themselves well and isn't just like following the crowd. Like I want you to have your own identity, your own personality, like not a go with the flow person. Like I'm independent. I have a mind of my own, and like when I think something, like you will know it. And I need someone with a strong character like that, and not a laissez-faire. Like whatever you want. Like I'll do whatever you say.
True, a man with a plan. That would have been the fifth, because I think that's what it is. Everything together. That's crazy. It's so true, having to tell someone what you're looking for. Yeah. And then the guy you get engaged to is the complete opposite.
Well, I think that's what's like fun, is that you're talking to all these people and you're like, wow, like I didn't think that this is what I was looking for. And like it is actually what I've been missing. Because clearly all these people are single for a reason, or like looking for the wrong thing. So if you say something you want and that's what you've been looking for and not getting it, maybe you're looking for the wrong things. Like somebody else is out there.
They should do that. Reveal at the end, when they were making the show and picking the people, who they originally set everyone up with, because they must know who everyone would be compatible with based on what they said.
100%. Oh my God, that would be insane if they did that. It's also so crazy that you go back into the, I don't know if it's like a condo or whatever, where all the girls are at, and you go in and you talk about like if your notepad and you're like, oh my God, James was really nice. Like and somebody else is like, oh, James is on my list too. Then the next time you're in the pod, you're putting in the work. You're like, okay, I'm about to like be my best self here.
So true. Finding out someone else likes the same guy as you, and then you're like, wait, but this guy was so nice to me. Does he feel differently? And he's just talking to me because I requested to talk to him. Is that how that works? They requested to speak to each other?
I think so. And I think you have like the amount of time.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, honestly, like I feel like watching this season, maybe we'll get a better idea.
No, you're so right. And I know they live together the whole time. Like they don't get to go home.
No home, and you don't get your cell phone. Like you're really isolated. And I forget if it was this show. I think it was this show that another couple came out to say like the living situation was terrible. They don't get paid. Like they're basically in like the slums.
Yeah, you have to be aware of your situation and be able to do that without pay and get work off. I would do it. It seems like a fun experiment. Like that, better than The Bachelor or something like that, because I feel like everyone can win in this show.
Everyone can come out a winner. I definitely prefer it over The Bachelor. The thing is with these shows, like, why do we have to get engaged so fast? Like, that shit scares me. It's like, I just want to, like, see you, date you, and see if, like, I actually want to be with you.
Yeah, like, we can figure out if love is blind without doing that extra mile of getting engaged. Also, like, married at first sight. Yeah, we're going from 0 to 100. Like, oh, you're single, you can't find love? Here's a guy, marry him. It's psychotic, honestly.
That's why it's like all these desperate people, they don't even care. They're like, I don't need the time. Like, I'll get married right now. Okay, like, sign me up. Like, they're so crazy.
Wait, now that you said that, like, is that an ick? Like, they're that desperate that they're going on a show and it's going to get married in a week?
100% it's an ick. If I meet someone and they said, like, I was on Love is Blind, I'd be like, why? Like, did nobody want you?
And the thing is, they're all, like, 25 years old. It's like, you can't be that in a rush. Like, I want to see 40-year-olds on that. Like, someone who has been in the dating pool and just hasn't found someone.
But the thing is, nobody actually wants to see 40-year-olds date and go on their honeymoon.
Yeah, but 40-year-olds not that old. Like, 35 plus.
I'm just thinking of the people that watch the show. I feel like are more adolescent. Like, I don't even know if that's true. But I think I would prefer to see younger people find their match than older people.
No, because I usually think they're older and then they'll say their age and they're 22. I'm like, what? Like, why are you there?
That's the States for you. Like the 18-year-olds are looking like 30 like right away.
No, it's too much. I think people would like a 35 plus. It would be fine. They're in the same stage of their life, from like 20 to 40, 35, and you're single. Like, not much is different in your life. Like, if you're working. Oh my God, I'm looking at my hands. I can't wait to get my nails done. It's a new nail bud. They've grown out and they need to be painted.
No, I did the same thing as you. I took off my nail polish, but your nails are actually growing and I have like a nail biting problem that I don't know what I'm going to do, but I have to get them done also. I think it'll be like a shellac moment until they grow out, and then I'll do like my biogel situation.
Why do you think shellac and gel are going to be different?
Because sometimes when I ask for biogel, they're like begging me to put tips on, and I'm like, no, I don't want to put a tip. And they're like, too short, it's too short. Okay. So if they don't give me shit, then yeah, I'll go right for it.
Okay, yeah, I agree. That does happen. But it just like, it takes so much time to regrow, and I know I'm going to destroy them again. But I can't do events. I can't do summer and have my nails not done. It's just, nothing looks as good. Same with my toes. If my toes are out, can't be raw dogged and not painted.
The thing is, I can paint my own toenails and they'll last a month. I paint my own nails. They last 2 days. Like if I need to do something Saturday, like I'm painting them Friday night because they'll be chipped in 2 seconds.
What is with that? The nail polish companies need to level up.
But the second you put your hands in like hot water, take a shower, wash a dish, like it's over for you.
No, like how are they not keeping up with the gel and the shellac situation? SC, OPI, like you need to do something just with regular nail polish. It's not lasting long enough. How are they not doing this?
No, I definitely agree. But I mean, like there's a market for everyone, like these people are saying that like the regular nail polish is just like, we're not going to ruin your nails. You can change us every other day if you want. And I appreciate that.
No, seriously, like the gel and the shellacs have the manicure down packed, but the regular nail polish gets the toes. And that's their market. They're the feet.
Literally, there's enough of us to go around. Literally, they are the feet. They're the pedicure. Yeah. But people do shellac on their pedicure, and I find that honestly a little crazy. Like, my nail polish doesn't even come off on my toes. Why did you need like shellac or gel?
Okay, I was one of those people who did shellac when I went on my honeymoon because I was away for 3 weeks. And they're going to be out and about. They're going to be in the sand. They're going to be in the shoe. They're going to be on the cobblestone. Yeah. And I didn't want them to chip. So I did do it. But then, yeah, you have to go back to the salon to have them remove it. Just to not have it anymore. And it's costing you $10.
Yeah, no, it's a little crazy. So I'll be the one to wrap up this episode, give you a little break. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. Bye.